Riverdale, a quiet town in California, was known for its sunny days and friendly streets, until the local street gang, the Cobras, started ruling the alleys. One hot afternoon, Ethan, a young auto shop worker, heard that Lucas, a 12-year-old paper boy, had been kidnapped by the gang after he accidentally witnessed one of their deals. The police were slow to respond, saying there was not enough evidence, but Ethan couldn't stay silent. "If no one helps, I will," he whispered, tightening his work gloves. The next morning, Ethan found Jayden, a quiet teen who once ran with the Cobras but had left that life behind. Jayden knew their hideouts, their schedules, their fears. "You don't mess with them, bro," he warned. Ethan replied softly, "I'm not messing with them. I'm saving a kid." Jayden stared at him for a long moment, then nodded. "All right, you've got guts. Let's bring the boy home." The two unlikely partners began planning under the blazing California sun. Jayden drew a map of an old lumber warehouse on the outskirts of town, the gang's new base. It was surrounded by shipping containers and rusted cars. Ethan studied the layout carefully, marking escape routes. "We'll move during the day," he said. "They won't expect it." Jayden smiled nervously. "Only crazy people do rescues in daylight." Ethan grinned back. "Then we're just the right kind of crazy." At noon, the air shimmered with heat as Ethan approached the warehouse, pretending to deliver auto parts. Jayden circled to the back, ready to cut the fence. Inside, the gang lounged in folding chairs, their tattoos gleaming under the sunlight leaking through the roof. Lucas sat in the corner, tied up but awake. Ethan's heart raced. He gave a small signal to Jayden, who banged a trash can outside. The gang turned to look. Ethan darted forward, knife flashing, freeing Lucas's hands. "Stay quiet, kid," he whispered. "We're going home." They slipped outside just as someone shouted, "They're escaping." Chaos exploded. Jayden yelled, "Go!" Ethan grabbed Lucas's hand, sprinting toward the main road. Motorbikes roared behind them, tires screeching on sun-baked pavement. Jayden kicked over a gas can, setting off a small blaze. Smoke filled the air, slowing the gang. The trio ran through a junkyard, sunlight cutting through the rising dust. Every sound, the sirens, engines, footsteps, felt like thunder in their ears. When they reached the edge of the neighborhood, Jayden stopped suddenly. "They're after me, not him," he said quietly. Ethan looked at him in disbelief. Jayden confessed that he'd stolen money from the gang months ago to pay his little sister's hospital bills. "I didn't mean for any of this," he said, shaking. Ethan placed a hand on his shoulder. "You're not the same person anymore. Let's finish this together." For the first time, Jayden smiled, not out of pride, but forgiveness. They reached the old Riverdale Bridge, sunlight glaring off the water below. The gang arrived moments later, engines growling. Ethan stood tall. "You hurt one more kid, you go through me." A biker lunged forward, but Jayden swung a pipe, knocking him down. The bridge echoed with struggle and shouts. Then sirens. The police had been tipped off by a delivery driver who saw the chase. The Cobras sped off, leaving only dust and defeat behind. The sunlight finally felt warm again, not harsh. By late afternoon, Lucas was safe, wrapped in his mother's arms. Reporters arrived, calling Ethan and Jayden heroes, but Ethan refused the spotlight. "We just did what was right," he said simply. The sheriff shook his hand and added, "That's how towns get saved, by people who care." As the sun dipped over Riverdale, Ethan and Jayden walked home quietly. Jayden looked at the sky. "Guess this is my second chance." Ethan smiled. "Make it count." Kindness is not weakness, it's the strongest weapon against fear. When good hearts take risks for others, even a broken town can find hope again.